Hello guys, time for some ASMR. No, but really guys, I've been wondering about raiding in the current expansion. Are Blizzard only going to be about making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dungeons viable during the next raid? It's probably 11. I don't really care that much. I just hope they focus more on raiding. Raiding has been like not that fun in this expansion, to be honest. I barely even remember any boss. Like, this raid was so underwhelming. I'm not complaining, I'm not here to rant about Blizzard. They can make good stuff happen if they care about the game. Which they not are. They're not caring about the game at the moment. But I wish they could care about the game more. Like, the previous raids are just being, we don't care. Like, the gear piece you get now, the set looks the same for every plate user, mail users, leather users, cloth users. I don't really get why Blizzard even bother to do raids anymore, or even bother to do PvP anymore. Like, it's going so well for them. I don't know why they're kicking people. I don't know why they even bother. Like, the sets they make look so ugly. I know probably many people think this helmet looks cool, but if you compare this to this doesn't even look good. I don't like this set. This set looked actually cool. Like, there's so many sets that look badass, but like, I'm not here to rant about gear, but Blizzard need to do something about raiding. It isn't fun to raid anymore. Like, this many people online in my guild, no one of them wants to do raiding. Like, the loot system rewarding in raiding isn't good. Like, 475 in Mythic, yeah, you have to do Mythic to get loot that is relevant to Mythic Plus. Like, you can gear yourself in Mythic Plus if you want to. I don't care about the corruption or whatever, but like, if you compare Mythic Keystone, you have to do a 15 plus. You don't even have to do it in time. Like, you don't even have to focus. You can just do a weak lane, get done, and you have your chest loot relevant to a normal heroic. The problem I have with Blizzard is they need to focus more about raiding. Like, I know people complain about dungeons being irrelevant after the first raid. Like, Classic had a good thing about that. They added in loot that you needed to obtain, and it was hard to obtain loot in raids. That's how Blizzard kept the dungeon relevant during the whole Classic experience. They added in loot, but now they want you to go in the dungeons seasonal. It becomes like you need to go in there and get your mythic thing. I know many people probably like this system. I don't like the system. It's like, I don't have anything against the system, but it's kind of ruin the fun of World of Warcraft, going inside a raid and getting better loot than you get inside a dungeon. And Mythic Plus isn't the system I think that should be in the game, like being the most relevant loot system. Like, I remember when you used to do PvP back in Classic and the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King to get loot that was better than the current gear, you know. I know many people don't want to PvP either, and they just want to get gear, but Mythic Plus shouldn't be the gear loot extravaganza that it is. They should tune it down a bit so people still need to go inside raids. I know many people will probably complain and say, I never get my loot inside raids, but the problem I have with Mythic Plus, like, it's destroying the raid community. Like, pugging, it's not so fun to pug inside raids. I missed sitting down and talking, and like, how raiding used to be. Like it's so much that is destroyed at the moment with raiding. No one wants to do the latest raid. I don't even want to do the raid for transmogging. Like every other Death Knight, every other warrior, every other paladin is going to look exactly the same. And I'm not here to be down talking Blizzard. I just wish they could do more about raiding. Like raiding isn't relevant. Raiding hasn't been relevant since they added in Mythic Plus. It should always be the best gear awarded in raids. Like in Legion they didn't even focus on raiding. Like they made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 4 raids, no 5 raids. In Battle for Azeroth they made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raids. Like they haven't made anything since I think Mr. Pandaria. That was interesting. You know, they're using like a 5 raid release. Ever since Cataclysm they're using the same schematic. Release 5 raids. Release if the game is going good, release 5 raids, like Mr. Pandaria, like Legion, like Battle for Azeroth. Release 5 raids, play 2 years. It's to the point where they don't even care about how the gear looks anymore. And I know many people are probably not playing this game anymore, but I see many people are logged on here. They probably cross server, but I don't get what the problem is with Blizzard, that they don't focus on they have really good graphic guys and really good data mining stuff, but I still don't get why Blizzard don't focus on raiding. To be honest, they can make so good raids. Like right back in Wrath they made Wolf of Acheron, Naxxramas, Obsidian Sanctum, Eye of Eternity, Ulduar, Trial of Crusade, Onyxia's Lair. They made a remake. Icecrown Citadel, Ruby Sanctum. Like back in Burning Crusade they made Karasan, Guru's Lair, Macterial Lair, Separate Caverns, The Eye, Battle for Hyal, Back Temple, Sunwell. Classic they made last 1, 2, 3, 4 raids. No, 5. It's like they're using the base schematic ever since Classic. 5 raids and no more. I think Cataclysm was a good expansion because you needed to go inside raids to get loot. The dungeons wasn't viable for good loot, but I don't know really. They shouldn't imply on making Mythic Plus reward such good loot. They should really focus more on raiding. Like raiding should always be the top tier good loot. It shouldn't be a transmog. Oh, we go inside and get loot transmog. Like they shouldn't focus so much on dungeons. Anyway, guys, thumb this video up. I hope you have a good day. See ya.